Yeah, first of all, just check on Alberto Moreno, because obviously he's done an interview with Spanish radio, there's quotes that have come out from it, and he says that he's not happy about not getting much game time at the moment. Is it a problem when a player speaks out like that, and is there likelihood that he will leave at the end of the season when his contract runs out?
Matt told me about it. I didn't read it. So that I'm a bit prepared, but I'm still not prepared, to be honest, to say something about it. So how I deal with things like that is usually my door is not always literally open, but it's always open. If somebody want to talk to me, he can do that. As long as they don't talk to me, then for me it's not really existent. But that Alberto is not happy with not having that much minutes is obviously. The good thing is, or the more important thing is, he never shows that in any training sessions, stuff like that. He's a fantastic professional and trains really on really good when he can train, because he had now in the last couple of weeks back problems, and that obviously kept him out of a lot of sessions. I think yesterday it was the first session when it looked really good, 100% good again. So that's all about that, nothing more.
Your rivals, though, have also spoken about Liverpool quite a bit. The rest of your squad.
Millie is Millie, and that means he's again ahead of schedules. He had a little bit with the muscle, and but he will not be available for tomorrow, so that's not possible. But hopefully the game after that he will be available again. I said Alberto trained first time really probably completely pain-free yesterday, so will be probably in contention. Who else was out? Dom Solanke has muscle problems, will not be involved. Do we have a list? Do you have a list? Thank you. Thanks for your help. So, but yes, it's that muscle. Yeah, and Joe obviously not, and Joel not. Both doing well, making big steps, but no, that will take some time.
So in terms of the bigger picture, I know it's felt like as a family here, and all the players are also one. When you've got a member of the family coming back in Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, back out on the training ground for the first time. I know he's still a long way away. Yeah,
Best news. He really he started going on the pitch, and from the first step he did it looked completely normal. Not like you know. It's sometimes when players coming back from an injury and they start running, then you see them still not really limping, but it's not the picture you have in your mind. And with Oxford from the first step, it looked like Ox, and that was really nice. Then we had to wait for the reaction. There was no reaction, which is even nicer. No pressure on him, but it looks like he maybe February, maybe being back on normal training. Maybe, I'm not sure. Late February, March. So that gives us hope that he will be back in that season. That's the moment. We are usually not that excited about something like this, but a lot of things can happen. It's true. It still can happen a lot after being out for that long time. But it looks so positive, and it's just nice to have him around and smile in his face again. And very often has a smile on his face, but now with a good reason. He's obviously happy, and we are very happy about the improvement.
How impressed have you been since Dejan Lovren returned to the first team? Because he's had a fluctuating last 12 months or so. He played in the World Cup final, but been in and out of the team because of illness, injury, the form of Joe Gomez. But he really has forged an excellent partnership with Virgil van Dijk. Gets goals for you occasionally as well.
I thought 2018 was probably so far one of the best years Dejan ever had. So not only what he achieved with his teams, who was with us in the Champions League final, and with Croatia in the World Cup final, no, performance-wise as well, very stable. It's still these kind of old stories when people said this and that can happen from time to time. I can't remember the last time, to be honest. Maybe it was Tottenham in October 2017. So there was never a doubt about that. With a brilliant year. So yes, and after the World Cup, he came back injured, and that's not cool. And that's why he was not even. We could not even think about him because he was not able to train and to play. So and since then, since he's in, for us it's so our two last men standing, if you want. It's really important that it works out, but it's not a surprise. We qualified for the Champions League last year with this couple, and it was a good year so far. So I'm not surprised. How could I?
You know plenty about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from your time at Borussia Dortmund, joint leading goal scorer with Mohamed Salah. How much damage is he capable of causing on his best day?
Yeah, a lot. He's an outstanding player, an outstanding person, really funny guy, nice guy as well. And obviously he has the mindset for a proper goal scorer. So he's always relaxed in front of the goal. Maybe not always, but often enough. So the combination of speed and this finishing skills is pretty rare. That makes him that exceptional player. And of course he is a threat in the big space and in the small space, and good in heading as well. So it's a nice package what Arsenal bought there. And so, yeah, that's tough. And in combination with like I said. It's really difficult to deal with because they combine pretty much everything. If you play with two strikers, what you wish for, if you play with two strikers, so that's just a very good combination. The two strikers, where they were after we overplayed them, where they're waiting for the balls, and that's why we missed two midfield players for the second balls. That's why they had the counter attacks. That was all what we had to adjust. But the next game will be completely different. Yes, they have another formation. That's, by the way, another challenge. Unai Emery likes to change systems a lot, and even in the game sometimes 2-3 times. So that will be pretty interesting as well. But we have to learn from the game always. That's always how it is. That's why halftime is so important. That if you can prepare as good as you want in a moment when the playing game starts, you see, that's a bit different. Because they have their own ideas as well, and then you see it in halftime, and then you try to adapt to that and all that stuff. And that's how now with the Arsenal game, it's clear they had against us. What I heard this morning, I thought it was 70%, but I think it was 62% possession against us in the first game. That was mainly because we didn't defend well in up front, because they could pass through, and then it was quite difficult to get the ball back. And when we had it, we were not really calm enough in our own possession, because they press high as well, so you need to find solutions for that as well. But at the end, it's another information from that game. We had big chances. I think we had the bigger chances after the game, or maybe it's me. I only remember our big chances. But it was just a very difficult game, and that's an important information for us. But they are good. Unai Emery doesn't look on the points we have and they have before that game. He only wants to win a football game, and that's exactly what we do. If he would now say we have, I don't know exactly what we have, but 10, 12 points on it, and would take any information out of that, then we would be really silly. And the good news is that the boys are not silly. That's what they showed now all the time. We have to win against Arsenal was always difficult, and will not be easy in the future, and will not be easy tomorrow. So, but anyway, it's what we want to do, and for that we need to play really our best football, and we need again a proper atmosphere. If I could ask for something, I would like to have the atmosphere around when the people knew about the result from Man City. Maybe they can do it always in the result 2-1 Leicester, 2-1 Leicester, and then go for it. That was really exceptional in that moment. So if we could be that much on our toes, that would help a lot. That depends. That's only because of the alternatives, eh? If there is, sorry. Yeah.
How does it feel?
Oh, I don't feel that. I don't feel as a German in the daily life. To be honest, it's the reason for that is that we are pretty similar. We English people are much better in taking the weather like it is. Yeah. if not, that would be really, it would not be easy to be happy here. But that's pretty much the only big difference. And all the rest is how I know. Meanwhile, and I thought I knew that already from a trip when I was 19 to England, that I like this country. Well, meanwhile, it's clear why. Yeah, I would say I met mainly really good people, found already new friends. So that's all. I have only a small world. It's not that I'm a lot in England and around because of the football, but I only go in and out. Here where we live, here where we work, we really are close and help each other to understand each other better and better. And so I don't know how the people in England think about me, but I know that yeah, you ask all of them. I'm pretty. Go to Manchester and ask again. You will find a few, I'm pretty sure. And no, it's only important how always does your family like you, and does the people you work together with like you most of the time. That's probably not always possible, but most of the time there's a lot of respect. That's all what I can say. Yeah, no, we feel really well here.
I'm here only a few days, and I have been told that the English standard, English say that football is not a question of life and death, but much more than that.
Yeah.
So my question to you: did you see any difference? Do you see any difference between the average English person, the English fan, or the German fan?
Oh yeah, that.
They are much more into football here than anywhere in the world. I mean,
Yeah,
in Germany.
I would say so. Yeah. It's more
How
intense.
does it come out? How do you see it?
It's more intense here. It's more intense. It's more important for the people if your team is winning or not.
Why is that? Do you know why?
I think the English people bet much more. So. Oh, so you can feel that you feel really physical, really physical. No, I thought that's historically. This is. So I worked for two pretty passionate clubs in Germany. But in Mainz, the people when I played, it was not important for the people how Mainz played. When I became a manager, it became more and more important for them. In Dortmund, it was. I think a lot of people already said it's kind of a religion. That's probably true. Directly in that area, it's really massive. But then you come to Liverpool, and it's the next level. That's how it is. It's everything. You only meet a supporter of Liverpool or a supporter of Everton, and
So
that's all.
than the Pope, kind of.
Yeah, probably. So it's more intense. It's nice, and the atmosphere in the stadium is different. It's different. Germany, we have this constant singing around the football games. Here, people are really in the game. That means if nothing happens in the game, it can be really silent as well. That's possible. If not anybody scored and they sing the song for the player or whatever, then it can be really silent. But in the moment when the game is lively, the crowd is lively. So that's just different. It's not better or worse. It's just different. And yeah, thank God we work for a club with a stadium where the atmosphere is on the very, very good side of the schedule.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
No problem at all. Thank you guys. We'll go to room one. Thank you.